amid Israeli bombardment. I am Kalada Korubasibo. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. Good evening. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara says his visit to the residential quarters of the State House of Assembly is to undertake an on-the-spot assessment of the condition of the structures for possible rehabilitation work to make it livable. Governor Fubara explained this after he inspected the 15.24 kilometers Emoa Abalama Tema Junction Dual Carriageway Road project.
It's assembly, not part of my property. Is there anything wrong in going to check how things are going on there? You're aware of the development. We have a new speaker, and I'm going there to see for myself how things are, because maybe a few things I might want to do there for the good of it.
The governor also spoke on the assessment of the 15.24 kilometers Emoa Abalama Tema Junction Dual Carriageway Road project.
What is just remaining is lighting. By the grace of God, we'll commission it. Like you said, we did inherit it. I feel justified to add it as our project and to commission it for the good of our people here. So this road, as we all know, was a very bad road. A lot of criminal activities are being carried out here. Putting this road in order. You can see the man-hour that we just spent here. Not much. Before, it takes you 45 minutes to drive from Emoa to this place. But look at it, less than 15 minutes we're here. So it's about the people.
Meanwhile, elder statesman Anab Sarigbe says genuine elders in Rivers State are happy that Governor Siminalayi Fubara now agrees with them that the 27 lawmakers no longer exist in the eyes of the law. Mr. Sarigbe made this known in an interview with correspondent Soibi Oruwari.
We are happy that the governor is beginning to see what we saw, which he refused to see or realize. We are also happy that the governor who felt we are the enemies of the state is now understanding what we stood for. Therefore, we are there to support the governor and also support the state. We are fighting for the state. The House of Assembly members, so far as we are concerned, you are making laws to obey, but you have refused to obey the fundamental law of the land, which is the Constitution. Therefore, you can so whatever law they are making, so far as we are concerned, is null and void and of no effect.
Also, the chairman of Action Democratic Party in the state, Kendrick Christian, acted orders to intensify their call on INEC to urgently conduct fresh elections to occupy the vacant seats in the House of Assembly.
I want to implore the new speaker to write to INEC like his predecessor did, informing INEC of what they know already, informing them that these seats are vacant, they should come and hold fresh election. I also want to implore the state's elders, the stakeholders in the state. It is time. Let us have a single voice. Let us keep calling on INEC. When the world see that everybody is calling on INEC and INEC have neglected, they will know that there's something else. There's somebody being wrong for INEC. If not, if it is in other states by now, we should be almost done with our election. We should have fresh representative for the constituents. The constituents have been without a representative for this long, and it is not what the law said.
A political analyst, Zoe Tamunotoye, said to be politically relevant, the governor should stop any dealings with the 27 lawmakers.
And it's very important at this point for the governor to obey and follow the rule of law, because this leadership is the leadership that the Constitution recognizes, and it is the leadership that the Rivers people will embrace. So the governor should embrace this leadership, work with this leadership harmoniously, and provide governance. He should follow the directive of the leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly. He should immediately stop every allowance, every salary, whatever.
However, former caretaker chairman of Ubiapo local government area in Rivers State, Bright Amewole, says the emergence of the member representing Bonny State constituency in Rivers State House of Assembly, Victor Okudumbo, as Speaker of the House, did not follow the right process. Bright Amewole said this on Nigeria Info FM's Morning Crossfire.
There's no new speaker. We only have one speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Martin Amenwe. who was duly elected as Speaker in June 2023. When you are being elected as another Speaker, what were the reasons on how you emerged as a Speaker? This Rivers State of 32 members of Rivers State Assembly is not also lawful. The due process was actually followed. So we now have two persons coming together, Ahoda East and Bonny, to now emerge themselves as leader and Speaker. No deputy Speaker, no other officer in the House. You now say you're the Speaker.
He also said that there is nothing like the Victor Oko Jumbo-led Rivers State House of Assembly. Some residents of Port Harcourt also reacted differently to the emergence of a new speaker.
I'm in support of the new Honorable Speaker Okodumbo. He is the Constitution only recognizing the 3 members are still left in the House, and I want to urge him to support our government to carry this state forward.
At least now, the Rivers State can move forward because we have the Speaker. There they can pass law, and then also the governor will also implement the laws that is passed by the authentic Rivers State Assembly.
Again, I will blame the judiciary. The reason why this crisis have lingered this much is because the judiciary have decided not to determine the matter that are pending in court. Assuming they determine those matters, I believe by now we would have known if the matters are made with led House of Assembly members are legitimate or not.
In other news, the Magistrate Court in Port Harcourt has convicted and sentenced 1P Chidera to 1 year imprisonment or an option of community service. The convict and 2 others were standing trial for cloning Facebook accounts and using them to defraud their victims. The trial magistrate, in a judgment, Facebook sentence Saul is adopted when the Senate dissolved into a committee of the whole for a clause-by-clause consideration of a report of the chairman of the Committees on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters and Drugs and Narcotics, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Acts, Amendment Bill 2024, Senator Tahi Mongono. The federal lawmakers also commenced a review of salaries, allowances, and fringe benefits of judicial office holders in Nigeria in a bid to curb bribery and corruption and ensure the independence of the judiciary. We'll go for a quick break, but still to come, lawmakers to investigate process of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway calls for halt of circular on cybersecurity levy. To stay tuned.
Business, agriculture, politics.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back now to the rest of the news. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate the procurement process of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. The House also called on the Minister of Works, Finance and Justice to ensure that all guarantees and credit enhancement instruments for the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road Project is sent to the National Assembly for approval. The House also mandated the Committees on Procurement and Work to investigate the procurement process of the contract for the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. President Bola Tinubu has officially resumed work at the villa a day after returning from his trip abroad. The presidency released a video of Tinubu walking from his residence to his office, accompanied by his security aides, his chief of staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, and other aides. President Tinubu traveled to the Netherlands and Saudi Arabia for official engagements, but is delaying returning home after the Saudi Arabia engagements prompted criticism from Nigerians. Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, will visit Nigeria tomorrow. The visit of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to Nigeria is at the invitation of the Chief of Defence Staff, General Christopher Musa, the Director of Sports, Defence Headquarters, Abidemi Makwi, said Prince Harry would spend 3 days in Nigeria and would interact with wounded soldiers and families.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Looking at the foreign scene, people in the southern Gaza city of Rafah say Israeli shelling continues with tanks massed near built-up areas. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees says 80,000 people have left the area since Monday, when Israel warned people to evacuate. Israeli bombardment comes despite a warning from U.S. President Joe Biden that the U.S. would not supply weapons to Israel for a major offensive in Rafah. On the news this evening, you heard River State Governor Simnalai Fabarat inspects the State Assembly quarters, hints of plans to begin renovation. Mixed reactions are still trailing the emergence of a factional speaker of the River State House of Assembly. The Senate has approved death penalty for drug traffickers. The House of Reps is to investigate the procurement process of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, calls for a halt of the circular on cybersecurity levy. On the foreign scene, residents of Rafah have fled the city amid Israeli bombardment. The news was edited by Nkachi Nwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Kalada Korubatabo. Good evening to stay tuned.
We take off with the biggest conversations with an exchange of opinions and ideas